This is a video requested from Instagram by multiple people. So, um, if you didn't know, I go to concerts a lot. I am a concert person. Ever since I was around 12, I've went to concerts. My first concert was 21 Pilots when they were a small band and they were in Wisconsin, and there was about, I think it was 100 venue. It was real small. It was great. We were up on top. I had my big earmuffs on, and I was just, I was tiny, okay? And so, I've been a concert person ever since. But going from that little kid to a concert and growing up, I've always had anxiety and bad fears of being out in public. Especially with this day of age now, where it's like you can get shot up, stabbed, or that's how my mind works. It's just like anything bad can happen. But ever since getting Zeke, I've actually been to a lot more concerts. Zeke's first concert was actually Lollapalooza 2018, I believe. So there was Logic, there was Marshmello. It was so fun. No, not Marshmello. I think it was Zedd. Amy Shark, she's a smaller one. I saw her right up front. And this was in the summer, so my main concern was dehydration. Now, I'm just gonna, this is for tips, if you do have a service dog and you do go to concerts, update the weather. Always look at the weather. You never know what the weather is gonna be like. I went to Picnic. It's like a smaller Lollapalooza. I'm going to actually insert clips of all these concerts I've been to at the end of the video. But Picnic was actually pretty rainy and a little bit cold. So we actually ended up leaving early, so we didn't finish seeing, AJR, because he was starting to shake, and I was like, okay, he's done. I don't want to risk his safety over a concert. So we actually left, and that was on my end. He didn't have a raincoat yet. So, I was shielding, he would go underneath my raincoat, and after this concert, I did get him a raincoat. He's had a raincoat before, but he shredded it up because he's a puppy, he's mouthy, but now that he's older, I was like, okay, I'm going to invest in a nice new one, which I did. So, weather gear. I also recommend boots. Please do not go to big venues because most of the time concerts are on cement. I've only been to concerts on cement. So please, wear your boots. Lollapalooza was almost 100 degrees. He was wearing boots because if you don't know where Lollapalooza is held, it's held in... Oh shoot, I forgot. It's not, I was about to say Central Park. It's like the Central Park, except concrete and fountains of Chicago, downtown. There's a lot of pavement. The walkways to get to stages were actual streets they shut down. Millennial Park. Millennial Park's the name. I think it's Millennial Park. Anyways, they were all concrete. So if he were to not have his booties on, his paws would have been burnt and miserable. And your dog's feet are key. So, weather gear and boots, footwear. As far as ears, there is certain ways. Zeke was actually okay with the sound when you're out in an outdoor venue. The sound isn't bad, but it still can be loud and uncomfortable for your dog. So, a cheap solution is cotton balls. I recommend getting the jumbo ones unless you have a small dog. Zeke has big ears. I use the jumbo ones. I actually use this in an indoor venue because I don't have muffs. But before I go to this next concert, the Helena Mega Tour, which is Weezer, Fall Out Boys, and Green Day, which I'm total fans of Weezer and definitely Green Day, I'm going to invest in muffs. Muffs, I believe so far, are Zeke's kicking me into sleep, are the top earwear. People use them for sporting dogs that are around guns. I've seen military dogs with them on. I've seen working dogs with them on. But I'm definitely investing in Mutt Muffs because I plan on going on concerts and I plan on keeping Zeke for more than 2 years. Um, so that's something I'm going to invest in. And I think if you are a concert person or if you do go to loud places, I recommend your muffs. I didn't mention this before, but I actually have rough wear boots. I think they're the something Trekkers. They're the gray ones. They're like, they don't go all the way up. It's for both winter and summer. If you have a service dog and your owner trained, they kind of, it depends. They've said no to certain people, which is super weird, but they actually have a service dog discount. You have to reapply every 2 years, so I actually have to reapply for one. But because I have a training program, it was easier for me to get access to. Zeke wasn't from a program, but he did get help from a dog trainer, and they give dog training and working dogs discounts. So I think I got them for $60. It's a lot. It seems like a lot, but it is a really good brand. Plan your day out. Take breaks when you can. So plan your day out, really. Make sure your dog, you always have access to water. I keep 2 water bottles on me. Sometimes venues will be strict about this, but most of the time you can bring a water bottle empty and refill it inside the venue, just so you're not like vodka is clear alcohol, just things like that. So that's what I did. I brought one for me and one for Zeke, and if I ran out, I'd use my brother's or my sister's or my dad's. And so make sure your dog has water. Especially with Lollapalooza, that is an all day thing. I mean, it is all day. So what I actually did is, because you really can't, it's hard to bring bags of food. There's actually this brand that's, I think it's like a raw dried freeze. So you don't have to put it in the fridge, but I got it sealed. So because it was a sealed bag of dog food, they let me bring it in because I don't want him working on an empty stomach. So, if you can, bring a, like, they have small, don't get, like, one of those, like, small dog bags. Like, I mean, like, get a snack size sealed bag of food. Even if it's not your dog's food, anything is good for your dog's stomach because you don't want them working on an empty stomach. So, plan your day out. Make sure your dog's hydrated. Zeke, he normally lays, he knows how to curl up around my feet. So if it's a standing one, which most of them have been, that's really easy for him to just curl around and lay down. And when we do sit down, he lays down. I just make sure he lays down as much as possible because it is a long day. If you're tired, your dog's probably tired too. And just another tip, just keep an eye out on your dog. Look for body language that they might be uncomfortable with the sound or the crowd. Just anything. Like, you don't want your dog to not have a good experience too, because your dog's gonna have a good experience being there if they're comfortable with it. They're not gonna think of it as a bad thing. Especially with the crowd, they can get uncomfortable. Zeke's been a really good crowd dog. He's been going to school with me since he was around 7 months. He started really early, but I honestly feel like that was the best thing I could have done with Zeke, starting him early. He was obviously in training, but the school was okay with it. I live in Illinois, so Illinois accepts in training service dogs. So yes, that is basically this video, and I will actually enter clips in. So, footwear, outdoor gear, anything like your actual gear, and raincoats, boots, anything that is going to make your dog comfortable. You want earmuffs, you want to plan out your day, make sure they're hydrated, and look for body language. That is the key to going to concerts. I hope this video is helpful. And I hope you enjoy the next clips of Zeke and me at concerts.
Everybody love. Hands up. Everybody know. I've been knocking Joe down, knocking Jehovah's Witness got his